Quick rundown of today's top stories. Wednesday, November 6th. Marce intensifies further, poses major threat to northern Luzon. Signal number 3 raised. Pag-asa warned earlier that Typhoon Marce, with international name Yingxing, has continued to intensify and is still on track to hit northern Luzon by Thursday. In its 11 a.m. bulletin, Pag-asa has raised signal number 3 in the northeastern portion of mainland Cagayan. President Marcos has directed all government agencies to remain on high alert in response to Typhoon Marce. House quad-comm holds breath for Duterte's appearance in hearing. Former President Rodrigo Duterte's possible appearance before the House Quad Committee tomorrow comes just 10 days after his attendance at a Senate hearing on the drug war. This will mark the Quad Committee's 10th session on the topic, under the leadership of Representative Robert Ace Barbers. As House of Representatives members hold their breath for a possible appearance from Rodrigo Duterte before the Quad Committee, at least one of them is convinced that the ex-president would be better off not attending or talking altogether. OVP says Sara Duterte's chief of staff left for U.S. as personal trip. The Office of the Vice President confirmed the travel of Chief of Staff Undersecretary Zuleika Lopez to the United States, but clarified that it was a personal trip. In a statement, the OVP announced that Chief of Staff Lopez will be overseas from November 4th to 16th, noting that her travel is personal and unrelated to her employment with the OVP. The statement further clarified that Lopez's trip was approved by Vice President Sara Duterte after she submitted the necessary documents required for traveling government officials. Marcos distributes 100 million cash aid to Kristine victims in CamSur, Albay. President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos has led the distribution of a total of 100 million pesos worth of financial assistance to farmers, fisherfolk, and other families affected by the onslaught of severe tropical storm Kristine in CamSur and Albay last month. 5,000 beneficiaries from 15 municipalities from CamSur received 10,000 each through the Presidential Assistance for Farmers, Fisherfolk, and Families program. Mystery solved. LTO identifies owner, driver of SUV with 7 protocol plate. The mystery on the ownership and the identity of the driver on the viral video of a sports utility vehicle that illegally entered the EDSA busway and the subsequent rude behavior of its occupants was already solved, the Land Transportation Office said. LTO Chief, Assistant Secretary Vigor D. Mendoza said the white Cadillac Escalade is registered to the Orient Pacific Corporation, and the name of the driver who tried to run over a lady enforcer, as shown in the viral video, is Angelito Edpan. The LTO struggled to identify the SUV due to its 7 protocol plates, assigned to incumbent senators, but a company representative later took full responsibility. A week after Spain's floods, families hope that the missing are alive with 89 unaccounted for. 1 week after devastating floods in eastern Spain killed 217 people, 89 remain missing. Valencia, the hardest-hit region, faces criticism for delayed emergency alerts. Communities struggle with shortages, mud-filled streets, and damaged homes, relying on emergency kitchens and limited water supplies. The government approved a 10.6 billion euros relief package for aid, and Prime Minister Sanchez has requested EU support. Thousands of soldiers and volunteers continue recovery efforts, but public frustration over crisis management erupted during a recent visit by Spain's royals to flood-impacted areas. Ukrainian troops have engaged with North Korean units for the first time in Russia, an official says. Ukrainian troops have engaged with North Korean units for the first time in Russia, an official says. Ukraine's defense minister, Rustem Umerov, confirmed small-scale clashes in Russia's Kursk region, with an expected 12,000 North Korean troops joining under a Moscow-Pyongyang pact. Meanwhile, Russian advances have intensified in eastern Ukraine, with gains in Donetsk and relentless aerial attacks on civilian areas. Stay updated with the latest news. Visit our website at www.mb.com.ph or follow us on social media.